Alright, so in the past few videos where we talked about the Habs, I mentioned, similar to probably every Habs fan, my excitement for seeing a full season of Lane Hutson in the NHL this year. There's a logjam of defensemen in Montreal right now, but he's really stood out here, and even his small sample size in the NHL last year, I think he's going to have every opportunity to make a sizable impact on this team's back end. Now, of course, everyone knows it's still so early. We've only seen 2 NHL games from him, a couple rookie scrimmages, and some training camp stuff. The people comparing him to Quinn Hughes, it's still a little early for that, but that doesn't mean that there aren't signs here of something special starting to cook with number 48 in the bleu, blanc, et rouge. Because yeah, the signs are there. And again, I want to be careful with overhyping this kid too much, especially before he's even played 5 games in the NHL. But at the same time, like, you look at some of the stuff he's doing and all you can really say is wow. It's not about overhyping, underhyping, side hyping. It's just, as a hockey fan, you look at some of this stuff and it's like, that is filthy. And I don't know how many people can pull that off. Like this sauce pass today that's going viral that has even former Montreal Canadiens stars talking about it. There are 3 guys clogging up the neutral zone here, and Hudson's down here wondering how he can get it to his guy up here. Especially as a defenseman who's trying to break out of his own zone, there are a lot of safe plays he could have made here, and once he's an everydayer in the NHL, he's going to have to make them sometimes. But those safe plays are something you can teach, and something D-men up and down the lineup are going to be able to do. The creativity, skill, and hockey IQ to do what Hudson chose to do here, you can't teach. Man, to lob it not only perfectly over the 2 guys' heads, but right in the sweet spot to send the guy on a breakaway and keep him on side. I know it's Heineman, has a role to play in that too, but the puck lands in a perfect spot to make that job way easier for him. It's freakish stuff. It's the skill, yes, obviously, but the confidence to make that play that makes me believe this kid's going to have a pretty good shot at being in the running for the Calder this year. The competition's going to be stiff with Michkov, who's my personal favorite to win it, Celebrini, Logan Stankoven, Cutter Gauthier, but if Hudson gets some legit power play time, which I think he will, I could absolutely see him being part of this conversation. I love how he walks the line with such confidence and hockey intelligence. If you're a defenseman, you know how scary that can be. You're the last line of defense. If you mess up, it's usually a breakaway. And he did that stuff in actual NHL action last year too, not just the prospect games. What I hope from him is that he can strike that balance between not losing that spark and being a dynamic offensive defenseman, but also being responsible on the defensive side of the puck and not being a turnover machine. Not saying he is one, but in the NHL, the guys are so good that it's a lot easier to turn into one. That'll do for this one. I want to talk about this because that sauce pass blew my mind. Hab fans, but also hockey fans in general. What do you think about Lane Hutson coming into the season? Do you see him having a shot at the Calder? What do you project him as this year? You know, a second pair guy, third pair guy, that type of thing. Let me know. It's going to be fascinating to read your guys' thoughts on him. Wouldn't be surprised to see number 48 jerseys flying off the shelves in Montreal pretty soon if they aren't already. 20,000 for a rookie game. They're plugged in over there. They're well aware of who he is. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'll see you in the next one.